Welcome to Tabletop Tactics. Coming up in today's battle.
Done more damage to myself.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. what brilliant firepower.
Nice.
I believe their geese may be cooked.
Welcome back, one and all, to another battle report with myself, the chef, and my humble opponent today, the bard. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was good, I like that.
Yeah, you do that and you summon the storm of magic which is coming your way.
Oh dear, yes.
Because the Thousand Suns are here to ruin your day.
They are indeed. I've never played against the Thousand Suns on
No.
the channel. No, I haven't. I don't think I have. I mean, correct us if we're wrong, but I'm really excited to, beat them and take the White Scars against them. It's like speed versus magic.
Yes, because I'm not a fast army. I'm quite ponderous, although I have some tricks.
You definitely do, yeah.
But not too many tricks as I would normally take. But keeping with the storm theme, because I have a storm of magic around me, you have storm seers, and we are playing Tempest of War because it is hashtag the best way to play.
Tempest is the bestest.
Nice. Well, I think on that bombshell, let's have a look at the lists.
Time to get your motor running. Get it on the highway. We're looking for our adventure. And we're the White Scars! I'm bringing the White Scars again today, keeping things relatively straightforward, but because we're doing Tempest, we're taking a little bit of variance. Nice little buffet of White Scars. It's a single battalion. In that battalion, I have 3 HQs. I have a Primaris Chaplain on bike. It's no secret, I love chaplains, and the one on the bike just looks awesome. He's also really, really good as well, which always helps. He's a Master of Sanctity, so he's got plenty of options. I then have a Primaris Librarian today. He's a Chief Librarian, and he knows 3 powers, which will give him a bit of balance and options on the field. I then also have a Primaris, like the Blade Guard Lieutenant, and he's been given an extra Warlord trait to have Rights of War. I should have said my Chaplain is the Warlord. I've also paid to give him an extra Warlord trait, which we'll get into when we're on the battlefield. I then, in my troops, have 3 units of 5-man intercessors. I've given them the auto bolt rifles. They're just great as White Scars because that ability to move around and shoot is awesome. Then in my elites, I have 2 units of 4-man Blade Guard, and these are riding around in some transport we'll get into in a minute, but they're just Blade Guard, so they're great. I then have 2 Redemptors. The first Redemptor has an Onslaught Gatling Cannon and the Icarus Rocket Pod, and the second has the Macro Plasma Incinerator, easy to say, and the Icarus Rocket Pod 2, and they both have underslung mini Onslaught Gatling Cannons. These are great, and I'm hoping to use the Librarian to buff these and make them just that little bit more tanky. Then to round out the elites, I have a Primaris Apothecary, and he is a selfless healer. That combination with the Blade Guard and just in general is excellent, so we'll see how that goes today. Moving on then to my heavy support, I have 3 Eradicators. Don't really need to say anything about them, they're great. Then it wouldn't be a White Scars list without some fast attack options, so I have 1 unit of 3 Outriders. I still really like Outriders, I'm kind of hoping they have a bit of a renaissance at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see. But then, to round out the list, I have 2 dedicated transport, and these are Impulsors. These will be what the Blade Guard are riding around in. I have paid the points to give them the missile arrays on top, the one that gives you the options, just because I feel Impulsors tend to deliver their infantry and then sort of mill around, having a chat and not really doing much, so I want to keep them relevant to the game as long as possible. The list is 2,000 points on the nose, and let's see what Chef's cooked up.
The time has come, because it is a Cult of Time battalion. Comedic genius over here. So we have just the one, and it is led up by a demon prince, the Prince of Demons. Prince Philip is here. He has wings, of course, a hell-forged sword. All the powers will be below because it's a Thousand Suns army, and I'm not reading through all of them. That's silly. His warlord trait is Undying Form for -1 damage, which is nice, and I've given him the Hourglass of Manut, which enables him to stand back up when he dies, because that's nifty to have. His second in command is an Exalted Sorcerer on disc. I've made him a Rehati from the Legion command, so he gets to cast an additional power. He has donned the Warpweave Mantle, so any dice roll, any charge rolls of 9 or more automatically fail, regardless of how far away they are, which is pretty cool. And he also gets an additional +1 to cast if he's wounded, so he gets angrier, I guess, more psychically angry. Sure. He also has a warlord trait, the Arrogance of Aeons, so he can benefit from 2 Kabbalistic rituals if I so choose to, as well as reroll denies, which is kind of handy, but I mean, that's unlikely to come up. We then have a third HQ, which is the Infernal Master. He has Malefic Maelstrom for the strength boosting and Glimpse of Eternity for some pseudo-CP rerolls. We also have a Sorcerer as a Thrall, so he doesn't take up a HQ slot. He is in Terminator armor. He is a Witch Warrior, which enables him to reroll any mortal wounds that he does for his psychic powers. Over in my troops, we have 3 units of Rubricae. The Rubric Marines, they have an Icon of Flame. They have a Soul Reaper cannon in each, nothing to report there. We then have big unit of 10, all with Warp Flamers, Warpflame pistol on the Aspiring Champion, or the Aspiring Sorcerer rather, so they will be going around to cook everyone's goose. We then have a nice big blob of 10 Terminators, 2 Soul Reaper cannons, 2 Hellfire missile racks. I'm going to be using the Cult of Time ability here to just revive stuff, and if I remember rightly, I've also given them a Legion command upgrade, but I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the one that heals a wounded one at the start of my command phase. I then got 2 Hell Brutes. I've given them 2 Heavy Flamers because I had some points, as well as a Multi-Melter. Yes, it might look like a twin las cannon, but Tzeentch is tricksy and fickle, and it has nothing to do with the fact that we don't own Multi-Melters and that the las cannons are glued on, so use your Tzeentchy imaginations. And then we have a Rhino to ferry around the Warpflamer unit. It is 1999 points, so if you remove the 1, that's 3 lots of 9, which is Tzeentch's magic number. We start with 9 CP, and we start with 18 Cabal dice, which is 9 times 2. Tzeentch is with me. Let's destroy the White Scars today.
Today's mission is Taken Hold, a Strike Force mission from the Tempest of War mission pack. Players must randomly generate a deployment zone and mission rule using the Tempest of War card pack. Players then alternate placing 5 objective markers onto the battlefield, with 1 objective each placed in their deployment zone and the remaining objectives placed in no man's land. The primary objective is Taken Hold, a progressive mission where players score 5 victory points for each of the following conditions they achieve at the end of each of their command phases: holding 1 or more objectives, holding 2 or more objectives, and holding more objectives than their opponent. These are cumulative and cannot be scored in the first battle round. At the start of each player's command phase, they must generate up to 3 secondary mission cards. At the end of their turn, they may discard any of their active secondary mission cards if they wish to.
Here we are.
We're in.
You lot have seen our deployment map. It's that weird one, which is very interesting.
It is.
As well as the mission and our mission rule. Neither of us have taken advantage of it because that's just how we do. But
just roll with it.
There you go.
I liked how the deployment perfectly ringed the spaceship as well.
Yes,
felt very
it's almost
intended.
like it was meant to be. So that's that really. There's nothing else to report. No pre-game stuff that I've got to mention.
No.
It is but a simple roll-off. A simple roll-off. Are you ready?
I'm ready. But are you ready?
Would you like to go first? Or should
Alrighty
I
then.
go first?
Let's do it. I'll give it a go.
You're going to give it a go.
Well, a 4.
It's a respectable go. Well, you're going first.
Yeah, success. It's time to draw my Tempest cards. The first, no prisoners. Okay. Might be a little bit tricky, but we'll see how we get on. Hold the line. Okay.
Can you do that one turn one?
Could not be achieved during the first battle round, so probably I can
Back to the deck with you.
Back into the deck. The next one, raise the banner. Interesting.
Okay.
Could be achievable. And the third and final one, grind them down.
Well.
Yeah, I'll stick with these for now. I won't trade. We'll save that for later. Cool, yeah, the only other thing to do in my command phase is my Chaplain's Litanies.
Ah, the Litanies of Battle.
Litanies of Battle. The first, I'll do Litany of Hate instead of the Canticle, because, 2 being called Hate is nice.
I know, it's a bit awkward.
He loves it. He's
Okay, angry.
He's angry. And now will he be strong with his Mantra of Strength? Yes, he will. Yeah. Cool, nothing else to report in the command phase. Cool, let's go into movement. I'm not sure if grav things make car noises, but it's cool, isn't it? The Blade Guard have exited the Impulsor and can now move normally, because that is what they're allowed to do. I rolled in advance for this, hoping White Scars, and they didn't get very far. They got to 2, so just sort of a little saunter over here. The Apothecary did get 5 though, so he is well behind the cover. The bikes are on the move. Should also note that I did have to use a CP reroll for that amazing 2 on the Blade Guard, so that's
into a 2.
Off to a start. Yeah, into a 2. Into the hot gates. I got a 6 on the advance for these guys, so speedy. The bike chaplain is now going to link up with his brothers. The Impulsor joins the fray. Stomp, stomp, stomp. The Dreadnought is going to move up. These Intercessors are going to move up. The Dreadnought, smashing through the ladder, is moving up to support his brothers. The Librarian is moving forwards, so he's equidistant from the Dreadnoughts. Just a little shuffle from these Intercessors up to the Librarian. These Eradicators with a 2 on their advance are going to move up to shoot through the crane. Psychic phase. I actually do have Psychic in this list. Not as exciting as your Psychic, but...
I mean, I would be very surprised.
I like this is like baby's first Psychic. It sounds like, whoa. Cool, well, he's going to try it anyway. The Librarian is going to cast Might of Heroes onto the Dreadnought in front of him, just to give him more toughness and whatnot. Oh, 2 dice, what am I doing? That goes off on an 8.
I am going to attempt to deny. I do have one sorcerer that's in range. Everyone else is just out by a whisker. The Scarab Sorcerer says you can have that on a double 1. The Psychic Backlash, he just goes, I'm not even going to waste my time.
He's like, oh, he's trying, bless him. We'll let him have it. Now, Psychic Fortress from the Librarian. No, that does not go off.
That one doesn't. Okay.
Do I burn my CP?
Remember, a lot of my stuff is not going to be breaking your armor at this point anyway, because it's AP2. Yeah, a couple of AP3 and AP4s, so it'll be useful against that, I guess.
I'm going to risk it for now. I'll leave that. I will save my CPs for stuff I might want to do.
All right.
Excellent. Starting with cheeky pot shots from the Eradicators. Through the crane into the Rhino. I will be hitting on 4s, come shooting through the dents.
Okay. Only 2 are in range, 1 hit.
1 hit, 2 wound would then be a 3.
Yes.
It is a wound.
A 5 up invulnerable save for I am a thousand sun. Nope.
No, the damage. Yes, nope. The damage. A 3.
Okay, that's
fine. A little, just tickle.
A little patter.
They're like in there like, ooh, what was that? The Redemptor is now going to shoot into the Scarab Occult Terminators. He's going to put all of his guns into them. And he's going to start with the big macro plasma incinerator.
Okay.
As he means to go on. How many shots does he get? He gets 3.
Okay.
Okay, I will overcharge these because...
Why not?
Why not? I'm feeling fit.
Oh, you're feeling fit?
I'm feeling it. Woo! No reroll, so he will take the mortal wounds if he goes once.
And he will not take those
okay.
mortal wounds. 5.
Ooh, take that.
2 swing.
So 2 wound, yes. Yep. Oh, I am going to use a CP on one of these. Oh, excellent. It's going to be one of those games. A single wound then at
a lot.
A lot of AP, yeah.
Fortunately, I have a 5 of invulnerable save for I'm a Terminator.
I like to think he shot that. It missed, hit the rocks, and sort of like dunk, like a little pebble hit on the head. Right. The rocket pod.
It will be 3 shots because I've got more than 6.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's blast.
Lovely jubbly. Cool. So hitting you on 3s. He does hit you all the time.
He's accurate.
Yeah. It's just
Has he
shooting
loaded?
pillows.
Yeah, has he loaded rubber bullets?
Yeah. Oh no, the training exercise. Cool. So winning you on 3s.
Yes.
Um,
Rubber bullets it is.
Rubber bullets.
Okay.
Because it's -2 because of Devastator.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Brain melted there.
Yes.
Your next bit.
2 damage. Is it 2? No, wait.
They're 2 damage. Yeah.
2 damage. Cool. Right. Sweet. Now the underslung Gatling cannon. Again,
Yeah.
I need 3s. Oh my god.
Okay.
One of those
Right.
days, is it? Cool. And then wounding on 3s. Okay, 3 wounds this time, but -2.
-2, but all is dust, so 1 will go free.
Excellent. Well, cool.
One's dead.
Well, that was successful. Almost forgot his Stormbolters.
Ah, yes.
That incredible show of firepower.
Well, maybe this will kill something, because incidentally, you didn't actually kill anything, because
No.
maths is hard.
Yes, it is. Yep, so that's 3 shots. Wounding on 4s. Okay, it's 2 wounds. No AP.
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Right, moving on to the intercessors. They're going to shoot their auto bolt rifles also at the Scarab Occult Terminators.
It's not bad. Not bad shooting.
at all. They're not within range of the chaplain.
Who wouldn't help them anyway? It's melee only.
Oh yes, of course. Yes, indeed. So I took it. Cool. 4s.
Okay.
It's actually not horrendous.
That's pretty good.
Very good.
7.
3.5 J's, that one.
7. 2 go through.
Pow pow! Excellent. What brilliant firepower. Onward to the Impulsor in Death Valley, which is named because of all the shots that aren't working. Cool, he'll shoot his Stormbolters into the Scarab Occult Terminators.
Right.
Okay, a single
It
wound.
could do it.
Yeah, it could.
It doesn't do it.
Good. Right.
It's nice that Terminator armor's actually
It
doing
feels
what
right,
Terminator
yeah.
armor should do.
So, because he's got a missile on top, he uses Icarus. A single shot.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it blast?
Oh, yes, of
So
course
it's
it is.
free shots, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah, it
it's
is.
D3.
Yeah.
Okay.
The show must go on. This Impulsor is going to shoot the rocket pod and the Stormbolters into the Rubric Marines at the back.
Okay.
The Stormbolters. Not too bad. Wounding you on 4s. 2 wounds.
A wound?
A single wound, not too bad. Now the rocket pod. 2 shots.
2 shots, yep. No blast here.
That is 1 hit and wounding you on 3. Wounds.
I'm fine.
A little bit of split fire now from the second Redemptor. The big Gatling cannon is going to go into the Rubrics, but the rocket pod and the little Gatling cannon will go into the Rhino.
Rhino.
The rocket pod. A single shot.
Right.
A hit.
At least it hits.
And a
it's
wound.
marked for death.
Yes!
Oh!
2
damage.
Excellent. Respectable. I'll take it at this stage.
I mean,
really.
yes.
It's all going so well. So now the little Gatling cannon.
Okay.
Cool. And then to wound, I will need 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
Not a single one. Excellent. I mean, it was a long shot anyway. Right, the big Gatling cannon into the Rubric Marines at the back.
Okay.
Not horrendous. This will be wounding you on
Praise.
3s.
Yes. Okay.
Not too shabby.
5.
That is indeed 5, yes.
You get one. One is Slaineth. He is no more. Goodbye, sweet
Nice.
prince.
Excellent. That was good shooting, lads. Good shooting.
Stormbolters?
Yes, my bolters there. They will go in. Oh, because of the range, they will only be able to hit the Rhino, so they will be going into that as well.
Sure, why not?
Accurate.
Fear the mighty Stormbolter.
Fear the mighty Stormbolter.
No, I don't fear the mighty.
Fear the mighty Stormbolter. Desperate times, desperate measures.
This is pretty desperate, James.
I mean, they will die, but they might just slow you down, is the thought. A bit.
I mean, you know I'm AP 2, right? Damage 2, right? And I have 3 attacks each. And there's 10 of them.
But at least you can't then come at me. Get at my squishy bits.
Okay.
Who knows if this is a salient plan?
I mean, you might not even make the charge.
yeah, we'll see what happens.
With the way that
Right.
you've been rolling.
So the intercessors go try and charge the Scarab Cults.
Okay.
They don't. They don't.
What did they need?
They needed a 9.
Okay.
So just 1 out. Marvellous. Well, see what happens. Well, I've certainly had better turns.
Yes.
Yeah, that went poorly.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a big old bounce.
I had a plan and none of it came off. But, you know, it's the way it goes sometimes. Secondary-wise, I am going to discard all 3 because I'm not going to get granted down. Raise the Banner's going to be tricky now. And then also, no prisoners is an uphill struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to discard all 3 of those and then just see what comes out of the river in my next turn.
Okay, very good. Cool. Yeah. Nothing else to report there in terms of the mission, so it is now the Falcon's turn 1. It is the command phase, the phase of command. It is card time. We have capture enemy outpost, right. We have extend battle lines, bit better. And we also have area denial, which can't be achieved on the first battle round, so I'm going to shuffle this back into the deck. I'm going to shuffle that back in there, you see, everyone. We're going to do it live. And instead we have no retreat, no surrender. Okay, that's quite a good one, but potentially less good. Anyway, that's that. I've gained a CP, and I've just got one little thing to do in my command phase, which is my Infernal Master.
Yes.
So he's going to do Malefic Maelstrom on the unit of Terminators to give them +1 strength for their ranged weaponry.
Oh dear.
Yes, he is.
Oh, fantastic.
It's like a chaplain lit.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool.
That is my command phase. It's time to do some movement. Beginning of the movement phase with the Terminators marching forward onto the breach. I forgot to mention as well that the Rites of Coalescence healed up the injured one, so they are back and fully operational.
Good job I only shot like 1 gun into them, isn't it?
Yes. Disembarking with the Warpflame unit here. Out they pop for murder and fire.
Cook some goose.
And then forward they move up to this handy dandy bit of fluff which has marked out where they will move. The Rhino will just move forward to plug the gap, and the Hellbrute's just going to move up behind just to ensure that he can get into range. Potentially, we're not sure yet. We're just going to move this unit of the Rubrics behind in order to act as more to protect my character than anything, who is just going to skim over to here as well. Oh, goodbye. Second of the Hellbrutes is again just moving forward to fill the gap and to draw line of sight to things. Prince Philip will move forwards to support and or be hidden. The Terminator Sorcerer is just going to walk up behind here, just gets enough move to stay within 3 inches of the Hellbrute. Rolled a 6 on the advance for this unit of Rubrics here. It's just effectively to string out and fall over in order to protect my characters a bit better. Psychic Time, we're going to continue with that unit that just advanced. They're going to cast Time Flux upon the unit of Rubrics over here that lost one of their friends. They actually...
Balance out, yeah.
Sure, okay. They take 3 mortal wounds, so there we go. To me, to you, and one of them is wounded very well. I think I've done more damage to myself.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Next up, the Exalted Sorcerer on disc is going to cast 3 powers, because he is Rehati, he is allowed to. He's going to kick off with a Weaver of Fates upon the Terminators down here. That goes off. So that will give them a 4-up invulnerable save.
Very nice.
Needed to be tougher to kill. He's then going to cast Presage upon them to give them +1 to hit.
Excellent.
With a +1 for my built-in, that does indeed go off. That will go off on an 8.
I'm out of denial range.
You will be with your sorcerer over here to this part of the
this guy
battlefield.
here.
Yeah. And then he's going to cast a smite as Rehati because he's allowed to. That, unfortunately, thanks to my +1, is a super smite. You know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to spend 4 of my Cabal dice to do an additional D3 mortal wounds.
Cool. Yeah.
It's D6 plus D3.
That's fine.
So D6. The D3. So that's 8 mortal wounds on those Blade Guard, I'm afraid, James.
Well, let's see if this apothecary is worth his salt. 1 dead, 2 dead, and 1 has lost a wound. Let me just boop.
I mean, I feel like I probably shouldn't do any more.
It's alright, it's fine.
We're going to cast Pyrrhic Flux from the Aspiring Sorcerer upon their own unit. That goes off on a 10.
Marvelous.
I'll give him +1 strength. This unit of rubrics down here is going to attempt to cast Gaze of Hate. They do indeed cast Gaze of Hate. Now, normally they wouldn't be able to see anything to target, but I'm going to spend 3 of my Cabal dice on Warp Sight to effectively use the line of sight from this Sorcerer here.
Very cool.
So that enables them to do Gaze of Hate on the Intercessors out in the open, because I still measure the range from
Makes sense
myself.
from the person, yeah.
For each 4+, of which there are 2, it is 1 mortal wound, so that is
So 1 Intercessor
dead
splatted.
Intercessor. Next up, we go to Prince Philip. He is going to cast Glamour of Tzeentch upon those Terminators for a -1 to hit. That does indeed go off on a 9 + 1, 10. You are in deny range.
I am indeed.
So I am going to... yes, I can do that. I've got enough Cabal points. I'm going to spend... No, I'm going to leave it actually. So there's a Cabal ability that allows it to be undeniable.
Oh, that's cool.
But I've cast it on a 10, so you can try your luck if you
Yeah,
want.
exactly right. I may as well at this stage get someone in range of...
Oh, I saw the 6 and I was like, maybe I made a mistake. Cool, so they are super buff ting.
Yeah.
No other powers to cast with Prince Philip because he can't
Cool.
see anything, but we are going to come down to this unit of rubrics down here. Normally, they would cast a Doombolt, but there is a Rhino in their way, and they're not quite as tall as the Exalted Sorcerer.
Yeah.
So instead...
Not disc.
Yeah, instead I'm going to spend 4 Cabal dice for Echoes of the Warp, so this will give me a command point on Warp Charge 3.
Very cool.
Yes, I'll have a command point, thank you please.
Very cool.
The Infernal Master is going to cast Imbued Manifestation, just because it's kind of fun. He's casting Desecration of Worlds via an Imbued Manifestation for 4 Cabal dice, so I won't have anything else to spend them on. This gives him an extra 6-inch range to cast on the Chaplain. It does. You're just
Nice.
out of deny range, so every time the Chaplain moves, he might take a mortal wound.
Yeah, cool.
Next up, the Terminator Sorcerer is going to cast a Smite into your Intercessors. Yes, then that's a Super Smite, I'm afraid, because of the +1.
Yeah, I got...
And because he's a Witch Warrior, he can re-roll the number of mortal wounds that he does. I'll re-roll it.
Yeah! Oh, excellent. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And then he's going to cast Tzeentch's Firestorm.
On the same unit? Yeah.
Well, actually, it depends on who you remove. I might not be able to see any, so let's do that.
Let's do that.
Final bit of casting. Yes, I can't see anything now with the Terminator Sorcerer. The Terminators themselves are going to cast Temporal Surge upon themselves. With a +1 that does go off on Warp Charge 6.
I'm going to try a deny.
Yeah, because you are a Chief Librarian. No double move for me.
Nope, stay where you are.
Yep, stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
So it's Warpflame time. I'm going to put everything into the Blade Guard. I'm going to start with a nice little Amuse Bouche from the Warpflame pistol.
Just...
Okay. Strength 4 because of the Pyrrhic Flux. They auto hit. That is 2... No, only the 1 wound at -2. Okay. And now 96 Flamer shots into them. Okay, it's not very good. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Okay, there you go. 20. Okay, it's 29. But it's still pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 10.
I believe their geese may be cooked.
Maybe. So these will be wounding on... I've got 15 dice in my hands. These will be wounding on freeze because they're now strength 5 because of my power. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far. And then the remaining 14. Right. Another 10. So that's 20 at -2. They're only damage 1.
I'll tell you what, I'll do the first 10.
Okay. Don't forget you do have your shrugs as well.
I do have my shrugs. Oh, I didn't shrug for...
You didn't shrug for the previous one, so... No, okay, fine.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I need to shrug for these.
Yes. That is the unit wiped, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
Hellbrute time, multi-melter. That definitely doesn't look like a last cannon. It's Tzeentch trickery. Into the impulsor. I hit you twice.
Yeah.
I wound you twice.
I do get 6 up saves.
You do.
Yep.
Okay.
I save 1. Okay. I'll take it.
It is a total of 3 damage.
Okay.
3 damage.
I mean, the way this game's going, I'll take that.
Stormbolter from the Rhino into the Impulsor. Sure, why not? I miss you once, and I don't wound you very good.
Nice.
Moving swiftly on. Hellbrute over here, Multi-Melter into the Impulsor, and
Yes.
then Heavy Flamer into the Intercessors in front.
Makes sense.
Multi-Melter! I can reroll once because I am a core unit next to a character which gives me rerolls. Never mind.
Excellent.
We do hit you the once. We do wound you. Oh, it's
Once.
marked for death.
Woo! Marked for life. No.
D6 damage. It's 5, but not broken open yet.
No, not
The
yet.
Heavy Flammer is 3 shots. Freeze to wound. It is 1, 2 wounds. Brain melted. This is only AP 1.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
As you are.
Whip. Classic. Very good.
Scarab Occult Terminators, it's a 2-way double split way. Everything barring the Hellfire missiles is going to go into the Redemptor.
Makes sense.
Missiles are going to go into the Impulsor.
Cool.
I've done Infernal Fusillade for all my bolt guns to get an extra shot, which is cool.
Very cool.
And Wrath of the Wrongful +1 to wound.
Which then counteracts the actual toughness on the Dreadnought.
Yes,
Very
but
nice.
I've also got the +1 strength from my Malefic Maelstrom.
Little spicy combo.
So I've made them a bit beefy.
A nice stew.
But let's start off with the missiles into the Impulsor.
Nice.
I do hit you all of the times. It will be 2s to wound, I'm afraid. Fine. Okay, 3 wounds there. -2, but I mean, okay. Well,
That's it, apparently.
Yep. Okay then. Good. Good. Okay. Let's move on to the other guns. I'm going to need to gather a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have better luck here. I don't know. The Soul Reaper cannons into
of
the Redemptor.
Yep.
Rerolling the 1s because of my characters. I am hitting on 2s because of the Presage. So
Yep.
that's a good thing because there was a lot of 2s in
Yeah,
there.
right, yeah.
These will be strength 7, but you are toughness 8.
Yep.
But of my Wrath of the Wrong +1 is 4s. Okay, wow. That is what they call in the industry as a full house, James.
Excellent.
So these are at -3.
How many were there? There were 8.
That is 10.
10. Oh, okay. Yeah, just a casual 10.
Just a casual 10 wounding on 4s. Right.
Yes,
It's like that
excellent.
today, I feel.
Right, I believe it is. Right, 5s.
Okay, well, they're 1 damage a pop.
So that is 8 damage. 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Spicy.
Bolter time. I got to do this twice
Yeah.
because it's a lot of shots.
shots.
Reroll those ones.
Hit on
Yeah, the
2.
Presage has really helped out a bit here.
Really
We've got
does,
20 hits
yeah.
so far. This is one of those things where you just kind of go, it may as well just say auto hit.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're stacking all these buffs. Like, it
Yeah.
works out eventually, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, look, I hit with everything. I'm glad we did that, everyone. That's 40 hits.
Excellent. Now, wounding on, what was it, B4s again?
It'll be 4s again because I'm
yeah.
strength 5
Nice.
and the +1 to wound. Right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 so far, the average being 10.
It's certainly more than he has remaining.
Yes, will it balance out?
5.
Let's find out. 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Wow.
26 wounds with an anti-infantry weapon on a dreadnought. Right.
Right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, I'll do the 10 I have in my hand.
Okay, sure.
Right. 4s. Yeah, 4s.
Yeah. Okay, he's dead.
He's dead.
Does
Yeah,
he
cool.
explode? I hope not.
Okay.
That was very close. That was very close. Okay.
Right, okay, cool.
All right, well, the Redemptor is down.
Okay.
And that, you will be pleased to know, everyone at home, is the end of my shooting phase. Right. Charges with the Terminators into that lone intercessor.
So got his knife out like,
Yes, I'm in.
yep.
Bit silly, isn't it? That poor guy. Let's start with the staff from the Sorcerer. He hits you all of the times because of the Presage.
Yep.
It's freeze to wound. It's 2 wounds at -1, so yeah. You are fine. Okay, you're gonna have to
Come on, lad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that will be able to attack. That's 18 attacks here. I've got 9 dice in my hands. I'll do this twice. I hit you all of the times because of Presage.
Gosh.
Okay, I've not dropped a single hit here, but the Presage has really made
it makes a huge
I've been
difference.
rolling a lot of 2s,
Yeah.
like a lot of 2s.
It's a great buff for them, man.
Yeah.
It works.
Freeze to wound here because they are strength 5 in combat with their Prospering Kopeshes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, the blessed number of Tzeentch. Wounds at -3, they're each damage 2. So if you fail a single one of these saves, you're dead.
So I need 9 5s.
Yes.
Yep.
No,
he's
you're dead. Yes, very dead.
Yep.
Okay.
I like to think they actually, after they chopped him to bits, then chopped up the bits into smaller bits to take home and make into sushi.
Yes. So I've already done my pile and I'm not going to bother consolidating because I've already tagged the Impulsor.
Yep.
I realise that there's going to be some counter charges, but also they are the wall. They are holding this
hot
flank.
gates, yeah.
And yes, that's that.
Cool. Very cool. My boat is going to run you over. No, he's not.
Nope, he's not. Okay, well that's that. Okay, very good. So, I've not achieved capture enemy outpost. That's fine. I will discard that because that's the objective over there.
Yep.
That has a dreadnought standing on it. I've extended my battle lines because I am holding the objective in my own deployment zone, as well as an objective in no man's land. 2 objectives in no man's land now.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
And no retreat, no surrender is underway. So no unit from my army can fail a morale check. It's literally impossible. I auto pass morale.
Yep, nice.
No unit from my army makes a fallback move. Well, I'm not going to make a fallback move in your turn. And I needed to have stayed within range of an objective marker with units that started the turn, of which I did, and I did. So that's that. So that's almost completed next turn. I mean, it's a formality at this stage. So that is that. You will pick up some primary, and you are going to counter-attack me hard, but
Yes, we're gonna need to.
the secondaries will perhaps be the saving grace.
Yeah, let's hope so. Woo. Command phase. Or command card phase.
Card phase.
Card phase! Excellent. Let's see what I get. Come on, wish me luck. Deploy teleport homer. Interesting.
Okay.
The next one. Bring it down. Okay.
Okay, so that'll be, incidentally, the thing with the highest wounds in my army is a rhino.
Yep.
So, okay.
Quite possible. Yeah. And then blood and guts. That might come in quite handy.
Potentially.
We'll see how it goes. Cool. I might use the CP to get rid of deploy teleport home and see if I get another one, or use the stratagem. And then we'll see what happens there.
He's better than the CP.
Attempting target.
Oh my.
Oh my! Okay, cool. Well, let me have a look at my cards and see what I want to do in my command phase proper. Command phase. Before I do my chaplain's litanies, I am going to do a cheeky stratagem, which is adaptive strategy. I'm going to put it on the bikes because they are near the warlord, and I can do so, which will put me in assault doctrine, so I'll get the extra damage from the White Scar's assault doctrine, which might come in handy.
Yes.
Right, now the litanies. The mantra of strength
Yes.
goes off. The litany of hate goes off. Excellent.
Crucial those. So for reference, everyone, this is the tempting target.
Of course.
Because it's too tempting for me not to do it, let alone for anyone else.
It's also just so cool.
The wall will stand.
What's exciting? The Blade Guards have disembarked from their impulsor, as has the lieutenant. Ready.
Lead the charge, chaps.
Ready? Stab them to death. Having delivered the chaps to the front, the impulsor is going to beat a hasty retreat. See ya. Goodbye, chaps. Good luck. This impulsor is going to move towards the objective. And then these guys are going to climb through the crane.
Now, you may notice, everyone, whilst that impulsor's moved over there, that apothecary is unscathed in combat. It might be because I completely forgot to charge him. It's more because the aspiring sorcerer actually just looked at him after melting his friends and just went.
Apothecary just got a bit of
Revive that!
Yeah, a little bit of barbecued blade guard, just like,
come back to life, please. Just dissolve. It's like, Mr. Apothecary, I don't feel so good.
A little bit of a stratagem here and a move from this Redemptor. So I've advanced him, but I'm also using Hunter's Fusillade, which is a White Scar stratagem, which means heavy and rapid fire weapons are treated as assault. And given it's now the tactical doctrine, I get my bonus AP still. And being a White Scar, no penalties for advancing.
And you can charge, can't you?
And I can charge.
That's actually quite scary.
These intercessors with a mighty 1 on their advance are going to join the party. They've just seen a dreadnought absolutely sprint past them, and they're like, we'll just walk to follow him. That's what we'll do. Freshly on the field, the Blade Guard are going to just shuffle round to make some space for some pals. Make sure he's not in engagement range, obviously. Your chaplain is going to move over here.
The Desecration of Worlds! No, he's fine. He drives over the crack of lava that appears beneath his
Wheelies,
tires.
just like a bunny hop. The rest of the bikes are going to also join in to this party. Mosh pit.
That was going to be so brutal, I love it.
Ooh, love it. Librarian is going to do a casual move to keep line of sight on the Terminators, but also cast some other powers. Psychic phase! The Librarian is going to start with the Might of Heroes into the Dreadnought.
I see.
Yep.
Oh.
Does go off.
I'm going to attempt to deny you with Prince Philip.
Does it right?
Yeah, he says you can have that.
He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You're trying your best.
You can be tough as
I then am going to try a smite into the Terminators.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The Terminators themselves,
Oh.
the Sorcerer will deny you.
No.
Nope. No, he won't. D3 mortals. Oh, you get one!
We should start as we mean to go on. The newly Hunter's Fusilladed Dreadnought is going to shoot all of his Daka and his missiles and his Stormbolters into the Flamer Boys.
My Flame Boys.
The Flame Boys. I'll start with the underslung and main Gatling cannon because at this point it all hits and wounds on the same. It's all the same.
Freeze and freeze.
Looking for 3s. Little bit of internal suffering.
There's a lot of ones there.
Followed by 3s.
Freeze again, though. Okay.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Due to all of the various things, it's a free up save. 6 6s in there.
The lowest dice I saw was a 3.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Let's make up for that, shall we?
Yeah.
Rocket Pods is blast, so we're hitting you on 3s. There's 3 hits.
Okay.
Wounding you on 3s.
This is a bit better.
That's 2 wounds.
You get one.
I get one.
One goes kaput.
Excellent. Right, the Stormbolter. Wounding on 4s. Okay, that is 3 wounds.
One of them takes a wound.
Okay, excellent. The Intercessors by the wrecked spaceship are now going to shoot at the Flame Boys as well.
See if they can get lucky.
If they can do a little bit better. Ooh.
Goodbye. I mean, that's a pretty decent spread of hits there. Okay, we've balanced it out.
Yep. Right, cool. And then wounding
4s.
on 4s, yes. I can get something similar again, that'll be nice.
Okay. I mean, look, you might kill 2. You don't kill any.
No. Right. The second squad of Intercessors that are currently under the gantry are going to do the same again.
Sure.
Well, see, that thing is the definition of madness, is just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. I mean, it is better by 1. That's a 33% increase.
I'm getting there.
I'm incidentally okay because of all the various stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's fine. Could there be a hero of the hour?
I mean, there needs to be.
There needs to be a hero somewhere on the field. Cool. The Impulsor is going to shoot a crack missile into the Rhino, and then his Stormbolters into the Rubrics.
Okay.
The crack missile. Right, let me get more dice for my Stormbolters. Stormbolters then, into the Rubrics. Oh, come on, what? You hit now all the times.
4s.
Group of 4s.
Only the 2. I'm fine.
Excellent. Cool. Moving swiftly on. Well then. The Eradicators are going to shoot total obliteration, use that, into the Rhino.
I understand.
Because I need bring it down points. Yeah. Oh, James. What's happening today?
Freeze to wound. Okay. 5 up invulnerable saves, because I am 1,000 sun. I pass 1. So 5 or a 6 to kill him. Oh, you get him. You get him. Very good.
Does he explode?
You know what? I really want him to, because it will be hilarious.
Oh, so close.
It winked, but he is no more. That is 5 points for the bring it down, so that is good there.
Needed a bit of that. The bikes are going to soften up. The Terminators, hopefully, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not. Right. They're hitting on 4s because of your powers.
I am weavered.
I'm also checking the Chaplain's twin bolt rifles into this as well, because it's all the same weapon and it's all with various things. 4s.
I mean,
It's off to an okay start.
sure, yeah.
Cool.
4s?
4s, yes. They will be in range of the Lieutenant.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. There you go, that's
8?
3, 6, 8, yeah.
8. You get 1 wound.
Marvellous. The Blade Guard will also try and do an excellent job of softening up there.
I mean,
Why not? The Crack Grenade from one of them, because
Sure.
why not?
yes.
It is. Wounding you on 3s.
Yes.
It is a wound.
'Tis a wound. Okay, your damage, sir.
Whoop.
You blow 1 to bits.
Pow! Right.
Flat. Okay.
The heavy bolt pistols. Whoop.
Yes.
Oh,
goodbye.
come on now. That is 2 hits. Wounding you on 4s. Could reroll the 1 because the Lieutenant into a 1. Marvellous. And the Lieutenant himself, the Neo Volkite.
Zap, zap.
What?
Zap, zap.
Zap, zap. Wounding you on 3s,
Yes.
I believe. Yes. He can't reroll because of
Reroll it for
himself.
himself.
Yeah.
Goes through. Doesn't go through.
Loves it. Glorious combat it will be then. The charge phase. Hopefully this will be my phase. That's the one. So the Impulsor will start things off by charging into the Flame Boys. Can't really
I
fail.
wanted to overwatch your Dreadnought. I'm not going to overwatch.
Hence the distraction vehicle.
Yes. Oh, look, you're in.
Yeah, he's in. Cool. The Redemptor himself probably needs what, like 30?
A 3 maybe at
Yep.
a push? Well, he can make way
I saw
for
the
everyone
2
else.
then, and I was like, oh god, not like this. Cool, right, so that's those over that side. Then over here, where we have the Blade Guard, the Bikes, and the Rubricae, not Rubricae, Scarab Colts. The Blade Guard will charge into, obviously they can't fail, but
Yeah,
see what
nothing can fail over here. It's more about position.
It's more about positions to see what they get. So the Blade Guard, they get a 6, that's lovely jubbly. The Lieutenant gets
He's hungry.
then very hungry. The Bikes themselves,
A nice big roll, which is what you
fantastic,
wanted.
that's exactly what I needed. And then one more for the
Chaplain.
Chaplain. Can't refail again, but just for movement, again,
All right.
big charge. Cool, right, I'll move my stuff in. It's time for the Chaplain. Brothers! Right, he's hitting on 3s.
Yeah. He's got lots of attacks.
He has got
with
quite
all
a
of
few
his
attacks,
rolls.
because lots of stacks. He can re-roll,
Good thing
thankfully,
too.
because of Listening of Hate. He gets the
Yeah,
hit
because
roll,
I
isn't
minus
it?
1 to hit, yeah.
Cool.
You drop 1. Fine.
And then wounding on 2s.
Yes, you are strength 8.
And 6s will be mortal wounds.
Okay.
Not bad, okay.
6.
And 6, yes, and then a mortal wound.
And a mortal. Okay. You kill 1, 2, 3.
Go on, Chaplain. Pow, pow, pow.
I have indeed interrupted.
Yeah.
I spent 2 CP to interrupt. I'm not going to use Wrath of the Wronged here, and the casualties that I've removed means I can't fight your Blade Guard.
Yes.
So that might be not the correct decision, but I want to keep my heavy weapons alive because I will fight my way out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to murder the Chaplain to remove your rerolls, basically.
Please no.
The Prospering Copeshes. Well, I dropped 2 because my Presage is still active. I'm still hitting on 2s. Oh wait, doesn't he have a -1 to hit your
He
chaplain?
does. He's a Master Rider.
So there was like 4.
But he didn't advance this turn.
Oh, okay. It's not a
That's-
permanent one?
No, it's just when he advances, he gets the -1 to hit.
Very well. That is 1, 2, because I'm strength 5, so it's 4 wounds at -3. So you're 4 up in bonds, basically.
Yep.
They are 2 damage a pop.
So he takes 4 wounds.
It is now time for the stick of power, the powerful stick
Don't
of
like
the
the sound of
aspiring
this.
sorcerer. Here we go. He hits you all of the times. It's freeze to wound because he is strength 7. It's 2 wounds, however, you will get your normal save.
2 wounds. What was so normal?
It's AP1, so
Oh, okay, cool. Yep.
it is D3 damage. He could die.
Oh,
Do you have CP?
okay.
He's dead.
Excellent. Mourning the loss of my boy Chappie, but alas, the lieutenant will pick up the flag, and he is going to hit this guy with Cult Terminators. He gets his 5 attacks. He'll be hitting you on 3s.
Okay.
The -6 and stuff. It's a good start.
Yes.
He'll then be wounding you on 3s.
Yeah, strength 5. Mastercrafted power sword.
He can't re-roll because of it himself. That is 3 wounds.
Okay, one of them is wounded. He did take a mortal wound previously, so he is dead.
Nice. On to the Blade Guard proper.
The blade guard, the guard of the blade.
Blade Guard. 4s.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to get rid of that chaplain.
Oosh. Yeah, that is a brutal. That has made quite the difference. However, wounding you now on 3s. And I can re-roll the 1s because of the lieutenant.
You can.
Of which there are 2. Thank you.
Okay.
It's not too bad. 3, 4, 5.
You do get another one.
Nice. Cool. Let me just grab some dice for the bikes. The biker boys. I am using a stratagem. One I think people forget about. Quite possibly, because I did a minute ago.
Well, it's because how often do you play against Heretic Astartes?
Exactly right. Yeah, with they're having a reconnaissance? A renaissance.
Reconnaissance is for scouts.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's not the right word. It's called Death of the Traitors, so I get to reroll the hit roll for Heretic Astartes. It's quite handy. So the bikes, 19 attacks. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Ooh, what are you guys doing here? Get out.
Sneaky sneakersons.
Oh, get out. Right. 4s. I can re-roll.
Good thing too. Stage. So you've definitely taken that away from me in terms of the tempting target and the objective, but it was too cool not to do, guys.
Yeah, it was very cool.
And yeah, I'm sure someone's saying, why didn't you remove the ones at the back and kill the lieutenant because he's the one with rights of war? Because no, obviously they're going to fight the ones for vengeance. He just killed 3 of their friends.
So I will be
Come on
rolling
now.
you on 4s.
4s, yes. Rerolling ones for you, Lieutenant.
Yes. Look at those ones. Oh, okay. Get rid of those.
Okay. All right.
That came out right. Okay,
5.
cool. These will be at -2 and 2 damage.
Yes. You do a wound to 1 because of the various buffs and things.
Yes.
So 1 is down to 1 wound remaining.
Nice.
I've still got 3 guys there. I can't fail any morale or anything because they are rubrics.
Yep.
But they have taken a beating.
The Gatling Dreadnought is going to punch your rubrics.
5 rubrics.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Drop 2.
2s
to
wounding on
wound.
2s. Nice. That is 4 wounds.
5 up invulnerable saves. You killed the one that was on 1 wound.
Smushed.
Wow.
Almost forgot, but an important part of every fight phase.
Yes.
The transform.
The tanks. Oh, an extra attack though because of shock assault. Don't forget.
Of course.
No. Okay. Does it wound? It does.
It does.
Now, incidentally, if you'd have started with that,
Yeah, I know.
of course, every time.
I was trying not to think about it, if I'm honest.
Right, so we've got some attacks back. I've got 6 attacks onto the Dread, 6 attacks onto the Impulsor, and the Staff onto the Impulsor. So on the Dread, okay, no rerolls here.
What's the strength on the
4, so no wounds because you are toughness 8.
Yep.
Onto the Impulsor. Okay, 5 to wound here, 1 wound, no AP.
IP.
Okay, and then the Staff of Power hits you all of the times. The Staff of Power wounds you twice because you're strength 7.
Yep. And AP on this?
-1, so it was 2 wounds but you pass one and you have failed another. D3 damage, 2 damage.
Cool. Sweet.
That's on the impulsor.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, that's my turn, I think. Yes. I mean, it went okay. I got Bring It Down, and I got a tempting target, which is good.
Did.
And I needed to get some points this turn. Still got Blood and Guts, and the tally is working, and I'm on 2 objectives, but you are holding more.
Yes, because I have this one down here, this one down here, and they are just within 3 inches of that objective, so...
You know, you'd have thought I would have whittled more of the rubrics, but it goes that way sometimes.
Yeah.
That's most of the game. But yeah, cool. We'll see what you could do in your turn.
Turn 2, yeah. So I do get no retreat, no surrender this turn, because no one's fallen back, no one's failed any morale, and any units that were in range of the, as I explained, objectives and stuff. So that puts me there. Plus a 15 on the primary, but let's do my command phase in just a sec.
Yes.
It is time to read the heart of the cards. The first one is Storm Hostile Objective. So I need to control 1 or more objective markers that were controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn. Fine.
Okay.
Overwhelming Firepower. Fine. And Secure No Man's Land. Okay.
Yeah.
Some reasonable ones in here, most of which are fairly good to do. We're just going to do a quick glimpse of eternity with the Infernal Master. That's what he's called. Yes, it goes off, so I now have a free reroll that I can use for the rest of this turn, I believe.
Very cool.
That is my command phase done. Let's do some movement.
Nice.
The Hellbrute stomps forward, filled with inadequacy, to fight the Redemptor. Hellbrute numero 2, just stepping forward to here. This will enable Prince Philip to swoop and fly and caw into battle. The Terminator Sorcerer just stepping forward to provide some zapping goodness. It is now the Psychic phase. I didn't need to move anything else because I'm happy as a clam where I am. So yeah, that's that really. Psychic time, we're going to kick off with this unit of... my brain just completely and utterly melted there. And I've forgotten what I'm going to do. Bear with me. I hit my head earlier. I think I got a bit of a concussion. So yeah. I'm going to spend 4 of my Cabal dice on this unit down here so they can do Echoes from the Warp to gain a CP.
The warp.
That's a CP for me. Puts me back up to 8. Very nice. Whilst we're down in this section of the battlefield, we're going to go straight on to my Terminator Sorcerer.
Nice.
He is going to cast a Smite.
Smite! I don't believe I'm in range to deny.
You might be actually, because you are... Oh yes, you are.
Oh, just about.
But it won't matter, because here's a Super Smite. Nope. Okay, fine. I mean, with a +1, that is cast on a 7.
7. I will try and... I know you've got other powers to do, but just try and stop the mortal woundage.
No.
No.
This is a D3 mortal wounds. Because he is the Witch Warrior, he can reroll that. It is the big 3. He annihilates a Blade Guard. And whilst we're here, we're going to do his second power, which is Tzeentch's Firestorm. Oh, that one is cast. It is cast on what charge 6. So what I would do is I pick an enemy unit within 18 inches and I roll 9d6. For each 6, you take a mortal wound.
Oh, Phil's got some powers too.
So I'll tell you now, Prince Philip has Twist of Fate, which turns off your invuns.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my deny.
I thought you might. Yeah. So I'm going to do that on the lieutenant.
Yeah,
because I can pick with this. So looking for 6s. Not a single 6. As a Witch Warrior, he can re-roll one of these. Nope, never mind.
Nice.
Scarab Occult Terminators. Not going. I was going to do a Smite. Instead, I'm going to cast Time Flux to revive one of my dead Terminators. That doesn't go off, even with a +1. So I'm going to spend 5 of my Kindred Sorcerer dice to add an additional +1 to that. So it does go off.
Excellent.
It's cast on a 6.
Very nice.
Are you going to allow me to bring back a Terminator?
Oh, I'm going to have to, because losing those invuns is going to be brutal.
I understand. One has... Oh, no. I can't get him in. He's back from the dead. Ooh. A Smite down here from the Aspiring Sorcerer into the Impulsor, because that is where he is. With a +1, that doesn't go off because that will be my second smite. So we're now casting smites
indeed.
on 7s. Fine. The Aspiring Sorcerer down here will cast a Doom Bolt. This will go into the Redemptor because he is ever so slightly closer.
Yes.
It does go off on a 7, so it's flat 3 mortal wounds on him. Next up, the Exalted Sorcerer, a smite into the Redemptor. With a +1, that makes it a 9.
Does indeed go off.
And I'm going to add an additional D3 to that with Malevolent Charge from my Cabal dice.
Indeed.
So 2d3 mortal wounds.
Oosh!
It's 4 mortal wounds.
Pretty respectable.
Not bad. Not
bad
big.
at all.
He's then going to cast Presage upon my Hellbrute.
Hellbrute.
For +1 to hit. No, he doesn't. Okay.
Interesting.
And then we're going to, because he's a Rehati, he can cast an additional power. He is going to attempt to cast Weaver of Fates upon that Dreadnought to give him a 4-up in bump.
Fair enough.
That one does go off.
Does go off
so
indeed.
he is a little bit tougher there.
Chonky.
Next up, the guys in the middle. The Aspiring Sorcerer is going to cast a Smite. That one does go off with a +1. It's a super smite. How many wounds does he have left?
He has 6 remaining.
6 remaining, you say, James? The big 6. Goodbye. Oh, it's a 5. Okay, very good. I mean, I can't hit the broadside of a barn, it seems,
Yes.
but it's 5 mortal wounds. One of the final smites. The Infernal Master into the Redemptor. It is cast on a 9. It's not cast. He will live very well. Final powers. Prince Philip is going to cast Glamour of Tzeentch upon himself for a -1. Yes, it's
Yes, he
super
does.
minus.
It's so shiny.
Yeah.
Woo!
He's then going to cast. Oh, I've spent a CP on him to allow him to cast
Do
an
another
additional
power.
power.
Yep.
Forgive me, I forgot to mention this. We're going to cast a Twist of Fate. A Twist of Fate. A Twist of Fate. Oh, it's cast on an 11 because of his +1. You will need a double 6 to deny me, good sir. Or you can save it for a smite, which is being cast on a 10. So.
I mean, this is the one that turns off infunds, isn't it?
Yes, and this will go onto the Blade Guard.
I mean, let's see if where my luck.
I mean, you rode some 6s. Oh, if only you were within 12. And now finally a smite because I've used the CP to let him cast an additional power. That doesn't go off because it's dial so high that it's ludicrous. But that is the end of my psychic phase. A pretty successful one, I would say.
Very well.
Let's do some shooting. Didn't even need the final smite.
No.
Because now it's his Warpflame pistol into the Redemptor.
Yep.
He turns, burninates him. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Burninates him. It's the big 6. It's 6s to wound, because it is only strength 3.
Yes, exactly.
I roll 3 6s. It's -2, so -1.
Yep.
I mean, he's dead. I killed him with a warplate. Does he explode?
Does he explode?
I don't know anymore. What's... Oh, I saw it.
I saw it too. There's a little
That is
glimmer.
incredible. Right, well, okay, fine. Ensorcelled Infusion is being spent 1 CP on the Hellbrute to give him +1 AP on all of his weapons. Multi-melters are going to go into the Eradicators.
Makes sense.
And then his Heavy Flame is going to go into the Intercessors that are around the corner of the spaceship.
Yes.
The multi-melters. I don't think I'm within an inch to within 6 to reroll that. I'm just out, so
praise
fine.
me.
Good, sure. It is a wound, however, there's -5. No save.
And for me.
One melted. The Heavy Flamer is 2 shots. The Heavy Flamer is 2 wounds at -2.
About 2.
I mean, there's your double 6s.
They're useful now.
Rubrics on this flank, they did not move, so they are double tapping into the Eradicators. The Bolters. Reroll the 1 because they are next to a character. Okay, never mind, it was meant to be. 5s to wound. 1 wound at -2.
Yes.
Ooh. Right. And then the Soul Reaper Cannon. 1 misses. And then freeze to wound here because it is strength 6. Okay, 2 wounds at -3 this time.
Yep.
Another wound, but 1 is still standing.
Pow pow.
Final bit of shooting, multi-melter from the second Hellbrute into the Impulsor over yonder that tried to escape my grasp. Marked for death. Freeze to wound. 1 wound.
Okay.
-4, so 6 up.
I do get 6 up now, yeah. Whoop. Nope.
How many wounds does he have left?
6.
6, is it? Here we go, the big 6. Oh. I'm not going to use a CP.
Okay.
I am going to use my Glimpse of Eternity.
You see your glutes of eternity?
No, that would be the
Yeah,
glutes.
the glutes of eternity.
Wow, James.
That went off the track, didn't it? All right, cool.
No, I'm going to leave it.
Okay.
Prince Philip is a bold one. He's going to charge both the Blade Guard and the Lieutenant by jumping over them.
Yeah.
This is a long charge. That is not the one.
No, probably not what you needed there.
Well, okay. Okay, that's that. Because I am sticking to my guns and I am not CP re-rolling anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I re-rolled the 1 with my Glimpse of Eternity into a 6, I wouldn't be able to fit. And the Hellbrute that's down there wouldn't be able to fit. So...
Doing my glutes of eternity.
Whoopsie! The Hellbrute over on the other flank is going to charge into the Intercessors down the side here, looking for a 7. Okay. I will use the Glimpse of Eternity reroll on the 1 because it's just reroll a single die roll.
Yep.
Any single die roll. It's quite cool.
That's really cool.
Nope. No, it's
still just out.
Okay, good, right, well
then.
Okay then.
We're in the fight phase. And obviously, it's my activation first. So I'm going to activate the Blade Guard into the Occult Terminators. But I am going to use a CP on Death to Traitors.
Okay.
You are no longer -1 to hit, but still, this will just help me get as many hits through as I can.
I understand.
So hitting on 3 is rerolling.
Yes.
Okay.
You knocked over a hit, so that's what we call a full hoot.
A full hoose. A moose loose, a boot that's full of hoose. Cool, and then it'll be 3 to wound, rerolling 1s for the Lieutenant. Ooh, what's it? 2s.
A couple of 2s in there, but a couple of 1s. You got a 6 hiding behind the tray there.
That's not too bad. That is
7.
Yes, that's 6. 6 wounds, yes.
All right, here we go. Okay, that's 1 dead, and 1 is down to 1 wound because that one that I brought back to life and the one that I healed with my rites of coalescence, we're back to where we started, James.
Then the Blake, I was like, no!
Oh,
stop
Philip's dead. He's angry that he's not in combat.
It's all gone horribly wrong.
I tried. Okay, he's removed. Very well.
Nice.
I will attack with the Terminators next, of course.
Yes, makes sense.
Because I'm not too worried about the bikes now because they've sort of lost their impetus of their charge. I'm going to put all of the swords into the Blade Guard.
Makes sense.
And then I'm going to put the stick into the bikes because that's
course,
who he's
makes
closer
sense.
to.
Yeah.
So. The Prospering Kupeshes. Reroll the 1 because Prince Philip is nearby, squawking angrily at them to hit better. It will be freeze to wound here. Okay, 1, 2, 3 wounds at -3.
So these will be on 5 ups.
5 ups, yes, because you have no strong shield.
Yep.
Okay, I only wound 1, I don't kill 1. Fine.
Interesting.
The Staff of Power. Reroll the 1.
Yep.
Okay. It does wound. It's AP 1.
Oh,
Goodbye.
come on now.
You are fine.
Fine. So wound on a Blade Guard. The bikes now, well, they've lost a bit of their impetus because obviously they don't get the bonuses for charging, so only 10 attacks. No rerolls.
Decent hitting.
They will be able to reroll these because of the Lieutenant nearby, but they didn't need to apparently.
Okay.
There we go. That is 7.
7?
7?
7. I'm fine.
You're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Unscathed.
The rubrics punching the side of a tank. Truly the combat of ages. Okay, it's pretty good.
They're very accurate punches.
Actually, I mean, it's
a big target.
It'd be hard to miss a stationary vehicle, but you'd be surprised in the 41st millennium.
Right.
They do manage to wound it 4 times.
Very strong fists.
No AP.
AP. So 3. They punch the tail light out.
Very good. And now the Staff of Power. He hits you twice. Staff of Power. He wounds you once. It is marked for death. It's D3 damage. It is 1. Okay, fine. You just got 4 wounds remaining.
Yeah, nice. To note, we did do the Impulse's attacks. I rolled a 1 and then
nothing happened.
So D3 attacks and then didn't hit anything.
So yeah, interesting turn that one. Bit of a whiff in places. Maybe Maybe I could have used the CP reroll on a 10-inch charge, but that would have been really boring for me, so I chose not to.
It leaves a little bit of KN left in the mixture.
Yes. What I have done is somehow gotten a point for on my tally for overwhelming firepower.
Yes, indeed.
With a Warpflame pistol on a Redemptor. Fine. And I had so I've got 2 more to do on that. I've got Secure No Man's Land for 5 points. Storm Hostile Objective is still in play. I'm going to discard that one.
Makes sense.
Because I'm holding most of the objectives anyway.
Yes.
So yes, that's that. You didn't have any objectives in play.
Nope. No,
you still not killed anything with Blood and Guts.
Nope. Bring it down. Obviously
was already done.
And then tempting target again.
You'd already done.
So
Yeah,
they'll
so
be moved next time.
Cool. Your turn 3 then, sir.
Yeah, I think we'll just have to see what I can do. The command phase, the card phase. It's an interesting one.
If you get some good cards.
If I get some good cards, it could really turn. But we'll just have to see. The first card.
Love about Tempest.
Extend battle lines.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And the next one?
Okay.
Defend stronghold. Okay.
Okay, so you're not going to. You won't get Defend Stronghold until the end of my next turn. But
Yes.
that's quite doable because I don't really have anything to get to.
Just can try and consolidate at the back. These two do kind of conflict, defend and extend, but
Well, extend is hold yours and one in No Man's Land,
so
which
as long
you're
as
already
I can,
doing.
Exactly. So as long as I can make sure I get a good foothold there, we should be okay. It's very interesting. Let me see what that makes me do with my command and movement phase. Very little to report from the command phase. I'm going straight into the movement, and this apothecary is moving towards his pals, the Eradicators. While screaming medic the whole time, the Eradicators are running towards the apothecary.
Dragging the dead body of their friend.
Magic! But also, they're sort of like aggressively shouting medic because they're also going to get in melt range. These intercessors are going to fall back, not fall back, just walk back to consolidate on the home objective.
Flee before me.
The Blade Guard and the bikes are just going to do a very cheeky, all just fall back ever so slightly because they can charge again. It's their right as a white scar. The Impulsor is going to drive forward to block the pass. The Librarian is going to move forward ever so slightly just to get in range of some psychic powers. Psychic phase. The Librarian is going to start things off with a cheeky smite into the Scarab Cults.
A smite, is it?
A smite!
I see. Goes off.
Goes off.
I'm going to attempt to deny you with my Exalted Sorcerer. No. Because of his arrogance of Aeons, he gets to re-roll the deny. Which he does need to. Denied, sir.
Oh no! Right, the second power I will try and cast is I'll try and put Might of Heroes on the Lieutenant.
Sure.
Just gets cool. Doesn't indeed. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm going to use Psychic Dominion from Prince Philip. So this is one CP. As long as he's within 6 inches of another Psyker who can deny the Sorcerers.
Yep.
I roll 3d6 for the deny.
Fantastic.
Denied. Oh, triple 5!
Forgot to mention, but more just to show you more than anything, an Eradicator did come back from the Apothecary, which was very nice, and the other one was healed up. So all 3 of them now, and their new little... They're like, oh, hey man, you feeling all right? Yeah. And now they're going to shoot the Hellbrute. So total obliteration is the order of the day.
Yeah.
3s. Much better than last time. And then 3s again.
Yes. Okay.
3 wounds.
5 up in vulnerable saves because I didn't get the Weaver of Feats off. Wouldn't have helped me anyway.
Oh dear.
Right. You're not in melter range?
I think I might be. At least the
Oh yeah, no, you are. So
Yeah.
he's not quite dead because he's healthy. He could still live. The first one. Okay, so that's a total of 3 damage. He could.
Oh yeah, kids reaching my one.
No, he's dead now.
Just for good measure.
Okay,
okay.
he's still dead. Does he explode? No, that's a pity.
Nice.
Goodbye.
The Storm Bolters from the Impulsor into the Flamer Boys, hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
No rerolls to speak of. That is 3 hits, wounding you on 4s. A single wound.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
A crack missile though.
Yes,
Can fire into combat.
indeed.
Does need a 5. Very good. At least we did it.
Cool. The next Impulsor will shoot into the Terminators.
Sure, why not?
I'm needing 5s, mind.
Storm blotters.
What? A total of 2. 2 are in there. Cool, and then wounding you on 4s. It's 2 wounds. They are absolutely fine. The Icarus rocket pod. It's 2 hits. Okay. Well, not 2 hits, 2 shots. It is no hits. The intercessors at the back, both squads, are just going to combine their firepower and shoot at the Terminators. Just to see if I can whistle off just anything.
I mean, you never know.
You never do know. Looking for 3s. Well, very well.
A bag of mixedness.
Yeah, very much a bag of mixedness. Bag of mixed nuts. All right.
Force to wound.
Force to wound. Ow, come here.
Okay.
It's not
bad, actually.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that.
How many we got there?
There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds.
10.
No APs on these though, come in this.
That's fine because I don't fail any.
Marvellous. Cool. Glorious combat it shall be then. Tis the charge phase. Most of the charge are over here. I can't fail them really, but I just want to see how much space I can get to remove stuff around.
I understand.
The Blade Guard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good amount of space. The bikes. Yeah, that's good. And then the Lieutenant. Nice. Cool. Well, let me have a ponder and I'll move them around.
All right.
The battle in the hot gates continues.
So cool.
It's
I know,
very
like,
cool.
It's cool.
Psychic powers and...
it is the Alley of Death.
It is the Alley of Death, yeah.
I can't intervene with Prince Felipe because he's just outside of 3 inches. So
exactly.
his time will come.
Yeah, being able to fall back and charge is huge because that means it's reactivated my White Scars Doctrine, so I'll be damage 3, and also I'll be -4.
Yeah, well, you're -4 anyway because you're in Assault Doctrine, but more importantly, Shock Assault and the extra damage.
Very tasty. I'm using Death to Traitors again just so I can reroll the hit roll, which will be very useful. Cool. And then the Lieutenant will do the wounds.
The Blade Guard.
3s.
Good thing you're re-rolling. Because that was terrible.
That wasn't good. Come on now, lads.
That's better.
That's much better.
Not for me, but for you, yes.
Nice,
only
excellent.
1 dropped.
And then to wound.
3s.
No 1s. Oh, there's one there.
But that's a pretty good roll.
That's a good roll. So it's 3, 6, 9.
9.
9, you say?
Well, okay then. Well, unfortunately for you, that's Tzeentch's blessed number. Unfortunately for me, they're dead. Now, incidentally, even if that was a full squad, you'd have killed 7 of them.
Oh, yeah, that White Scars tactic is huge with the damage.
They're damage free now, guys,
yes.
so that's why they are removed.
Very spicy.
Goodbye, lads. You did well, you did your best, and you held the gates. So
well done. They were brutal.
Yeah.
A heroic move from the bikes.
Bold.
They have consolidated after the combat into Prince Felipe, mainly just because I think you've got to chew through them, and it potentially slows you down from being able to just pounce on the Blade Guard and smite everyone to Kingdom Come.
It is all but impossible for me to kill them. I would need to hit and wound with everything, and you would need to fail everything.
Which is quite possible.
It is possible, but it's improbable is the thinking.
Slows the inevitability a bit, so it gives me maybe some options. So we'll just have to see what it goes.
But what we are going to do is attack with the rubrics over here into the Impulsor that I have already attacked. So the normal chaps first.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Okay. Because if they can fight their way out now, that would be pretty massive.
It would be a problem for old Jimmy.
Ice to wound. It's 3 wounds, no minuses here.
Could be a problem for old Jimmy.
Okay, you got 3 wounds left. The Staff of Power. The Staff of Power. Ooh, it's still doable. It's still doable. It's still doable. I'm not rerolling the ones. I'm not in range. You will live this day, you swine.
The Battle of the Ages. He doesn't hit.
Okay, Prince Philip into the bikes.
Yes.
So I've got 5 attacks with my Hell-Forged Sword, or my, I'm going to call it the Warp Talon Scythe.
It's very cool.
Yes. Doesn't do anything, but it sounds cool. Oh, there we go. Yeah, drop 2. Can't kill them. Impossible. Freeze to wound. Oh no, he's whiffed. Only the 1. It's -3. It is damage free.
So these will be on 5s.
Yes.
Sorry, hang on. 1 wound.
Yeah, just 1. Yeah, just 1. Yeah.
Whip.
Did a whiffer.
There you go.
Okay. And then my Malefic Talon does hit. Does wound. -1. Damage 2. No.
So 1 is
Your gambit paid off.
Yes.
All right. Well.
That was the turn I needed, I think.
It was.
Yeah, we got the extend battle lines, which is good, and hopefully have set myself up well for defend stronghold, killing the Hellbrute.
I can't deny you defend stronghold now. It's basically, I mean, it's not impossible, but it's all but impossible.
Yeah,
so
exactly right.
I'm not going to kill 10 intercessors and a librarian.
Yeah, you'd like to think I'd keep hanging on to that, so hopefully that's all set up and well, but we'll just have to see. Blood and Guts, I am going to discard, even though I did get one on the tally. All my choppy stuff's got incredible amounts of wounds to come
It's going to be
really.
a bit tricky.
It's going to be an uphill struggle, so I am going to discard that and see what happens.
I understand.
Turn.
Well, it is my turn free. I am going to pick up some more primary. I am going to get the full 15 again.
Yes,
But
nice.
Let's see what the card of the cards has for me. All right, it's time to draw the cards. Area denial, so I need to make sure that there's no enemy units wholly within 12 of the center, which is about here.
Yes.
So, yes, I'll have that. The next one is grind them down. Interesting one.
Interesting.
I've still got overwhelming firepower,
Yep.
overwhelming firepower in play. That's
Yep.
nice. And just a quick Infernal Mastery. We're going to do Malefic Maelstrom. Yes, for the +1 strength.
Yep.
We're going to do that on my Flamer boys because I fully expect to kill that thing with smites. I do.
Ooh.
They got that +1 strength off. Very nice indeed. The Hellbrute is literally just going to step forward to ensure that I don't roll a double 1 on my charge.
Nice.
Because that would be bad. These rubrics are going to walk forward to support their beleaguered brethren and smite stuff. Just going to fly forward with the Exalted Sorcerer, and we're also going to bring up the Infernal Master as well. The speed metal plays as through the fire and the flames walks out the Aspiring Sorcerer. The rest of his unit will be just behind him. Final bit of movement, we're just going to bring these rubrics over here so that they can provide support for my Terminator Sorcerer, and he is just going to take a wee step back for lookout server purposes. Psychic time! I need to gather my dice actually, forgive me. Psychic time, there we go. Okay.
Psychic time.
Otherwise I'll forget how many Cabal dice I have. Nice. The Infernal Master is going to cast a smite into your Impulsor with a +1 that is indeed cast. And I'm going to, he ruffles around in his pouch. I'm going to spend a CP whilst he does so. He pulls out a Malefic Scroll. And he goes, what's on the scroll?
It's 2 for 1.
And it says, that smite you did is just 3 mortal wounds. So it's dead.
Does it explode?
I hope not. Well, maybe, no, I do.
Oh.
But he is dead and kaputted. Next up, the sorcerers, the aspiring sorcerer unit is going to cast Pyric Flux upon themselves. That goes off to give them +1 strength on their flammers. So they now have strength 6 on their flammers.
That's a lot of flam.
Flam. The Exalted Sorcerer is going to cast Time Flux upon my Warpflame unit to bring a model back to life. Yes, he does.
Certainly does.
I'll put one back in a moment. He's then going to cast Weaver of Fates upon them to make them buff-ting. Yes, he does.
Buffing.
So they've got a 4 up in them. And then as a Rehati, he's going to cast a Smite into your Apothecary.
Got very hearty spells.
With a +1, that does indeed go off.
Very nice.
You can't deny me, so I'm going to spend 4 of my Cabal dice to do an additional D3. So I'm doing
Marvelous.
2 D3 on your Apothecary.
Oosh.
That's 5 wounds on your Apothecary. He does have a 6-up shrug. I believe he has 5 wounds, does he not?
Pretty sure.
So he may die. So I almost don't want that, really, because I want to kill him with shooting.
Yep.
Perfection. I will have to kill him with shooting, which is exactly what I wanted.
It's just when I need him to actually
Yes! The sorcerer that has emerged through the smoke and the fire and the flames is going to cast a Gaze of Hate upon your Blade Guard. Yes, he will. So I roll 3d6 for each 4+, they take a mortal wound. 1 is on 1 wound, 1 is dead, and another one is slightly wounded.
Oh no!
Take that. Next up, we're going to cast a smite with this sorcerer down here. So this will be my 3rd smite now. Kia! Ooh, okay. So I get an innate +1. I'm then going to burn, because I've got 13 Cabal dice left, you see.
Oh, no, not this one.
I'm going to do the following, if I can find it. I'm going to spend 9 Cabal dice
Spicy.
to add another 2. A super smite there, James.
Is this the 4th Super Smite? This game?
I don't know. Sounds about right.
Brutal!
Sounds silly. This
Sounds
will
good,
be
yeah.
onto your bikes, and it will be only 2. But I can re-roll that because I'm a witch warrior.
Witch warrior.
I mean, it's literally twice as good, and it does kill one.
It kills one on 1 wound, and then the other 3 spill over to the other one.
Oh yes, of course.
Nice.
Okay, very good. We'll then do a Tzeentch's Firestorm
Yes.
into the Blade Guard.
I will try and deny this.
That one doesn't go off, so never mind.
Never mind.
My final 4 Cabal dice are being spent on Echoes from the Warp on these traps here.
Nice.
For a CP. Okay, so I'm going to spend a CP that I've just gained on Don't Perils, please. So that was worth it. Aspiring Sorcerer down here in the middle is going to cast a Smite into the bikes. Okay then. Very well. He kills 2 of his friends. Right, very good. I have to kill the Soul Reaper Cannon because otherwise I'm out of coherency. That would be bad.
Oh, God.
Final bit of casting. Prince Philip is going to attempt to cast Glamour of Tzeentch upon himself for a -1. It does go off with a +1 to a 10.
I mean, I've got 2 denies.
This is my last bit of casting.
May as well try. Whoop.
Nope. And then he's going to cast a Smite. I'm looking for a Super Smite so I can clear them and charge something else,
Yes.
you see. Hiya! No, doesn't even cast because
No.
there's too many Smites.
Too many Smite.
The Herald Brute is going to fire his Heavy Flamer into the Blade Guard and then the Multi-Melter into the Impulsor. Multi-Melter! Reroll the 1 for Prince Philippe. Oh, double mark for death there! Okay, fine! Fine! The Heavy Flamer. It's 2 shots. It's 1 wound. It's -1. You're fine.
I love it.
Okay. Ooh. The Lone Soul Reaper Cannon then into the Impulsor. I can't reroll 1s because I'm not next to Prince Philip. I only hit you twice. 5s to wound. Oh no, it's all going horribly wrong. The Terminator Sorcerer can't see the Impulsor, and the Soul Reaper Cannon that could is now a bit of...
An ex-Soul Reaper Cannon.
Yes, he's mushed on the floor. So we're going to fire into the Blade Guard. I do drop 2 because he is only BS3. We do wound both times at -2 though, so you're 4 up invulnerable save.
Yep. They love it, apparently.
I've spent 2 CP on Wrath of the Wronged for the Flamer unit. It's time to burninate.
Yep.
1 Warpflame pistol and 3 Flamers into the Apothecary, and then the other 5 into the Eradicators.
Nice.
Because of Wrath of the Wronged and the various strength buffs that I have and the split that I've done, I'm wounding on 2s. That's it. The shots onto the Apothecary, it's not bad. It's 15.
Got a lot of fire.
Yes, there's a lot of burningness going on here.
A bit hot under the collar.
It's hard to count though because maths yes, it is a thing.
Maths is tricky.
Yes.
It is.
2s. Couple of 1s in there. 4 1s. So that is 11 4-up saves, sir.
10, 11. 4s.
Yes. Okay, well that's a lot of 6-up shrugs to make. It's not a bad roll actually.
Surprisingly good. So 5 6-up shrugs to make. Obviously he has only got the 2 wounds remaining. So, well, he probably doesn't for this
He's
world.
dead.
He's very dead.
Very good. So that's a point on my overwhelming firepower.
Nice.
And now onto the Eradicators. Less good. 7, 10, only 12. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Fortunately, still 2s to wound because they're strength 6 with a +1.
Very cool.
I do drop 3, so 9 saves again of 4+.
That should be 9, 3, 6, 9. 4 ups.
Ooh. Okay. Now because it's simultaneous, you do still get your...
Yeah, I do also get the shrugs for these 4.
Yes.
Whoop. No shrugs though, so that is 1 dead and 1 on 1 wound.
Right.
Oh, wait, how much damage are these? Just
Only 1. They're only
Okay,
1.
cool. So 1 is dead and 1 is on 1 wound.
Right. Next up, the unit of Rubrics just behind, and then that is pretty much my shooting phase done because I can't see anything else where I'm not in range. Bolt guns, 1 is in rapid fire range. Okay. Looking for 5s. It is 1 wound. 4-up saves.
Yes. 4 up save. Yep. Yes.
Loves it. And then the Soul Reaper Cannon. I can still kill them.
You can indeed.
Reroll the 1s. Okay, it's a full house. This is what I want. 3s to wound. Can still do it. The dream is dead. 3 wounds, 5-up saves this time.
3 wounds, 5 saves.
Okay, I do kill 1. Not enough for the tally. Overwhelming firepower. Overwhelming firepower, not plower. I'm not a farmer.
He's ploughing lots of fire. That's what's happening.
Is still in play. That is indeed the end of my shooting phase. Nothing else is in range of line of sight. Let's do some charges. The only charge, the Hellbrute into the bikes. Huzzah! It's yes.
Yeah, he's in.
This is why.
Yeah.
Okay. The Hellbrute. 5 attacks. Freeze to hit. Rerolling ones for Prince Philip. Reroll the one. Lovely.
Start.
2's to wound because I am strength 12 team.
Yes, indeed.
It is 1, 2, 3 wounds. It will be 5 up saves. Each one failed is 3 damage.
They are gone.
Great success. A very mixed bag that time.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
A bit of a weird one. I've made some good kills and I've cleared up a lot of space.
Yes.
Didn't quite get the kills that I wanted to get through in certain ways. I mentioned about area denial at the start. I completely forgot that there was a unit over there that I was never going to get to. So never mind. Yeah. That can be discarded for my hubris. Overwhelming firepower is still in play. Grind them down. I have killed 3 units. So
you'd think.
I would assume I will get that, but you know, stranger things have happened. You do pick up your 5 points for defense stronghold.
I finally get defense stronghold, which is cool. The noose is definitely tightening, but weirdly I've got bits that are hanging on in there that might get me points. We'll have to just see.
And hey, it's Tempest of War. You never know. It's down to the cards at the end of the day.
Because Tempest is hashtag the bestest. Suddenly got real spicy, hasn't it?
Maelstrom of War, baby.
Maelstrom of War. Yeah, we'll have to see what cards I get.
Yeah, it's down to the heart of the cards. What do we get?
Behind enemy lines.
I mean, good luck, I suppose.
Well, excellent. The next one. Area denial. Again.
Well, I mean, based on what just happened with me, I've got a lot of units within 12.
There's nowhere really. Next one. No retreat, no surrender.
So you can't fall back, but nothing's in combat anyway.
No, that is sort of okay.
Nothing's really likely to fail morale. The main issue is you can't leave an objective that you're on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really probably. Because they're probably managed shooting.
Do you want to use your CP to
I am going to get
rid of one of those?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to use the CP to get rid of one because I need something better. I reckon I'll get rid of behind enemy lines. I mean,
look, you might get weirdly lucky and kill a bunch of stuff. So
it makes out of the 2, that is.
You're not getting behind enemy lines this time.
Yeah, there's just no way. And I get battlefield supremacy, Japan fire and all that, but who knows? Right, let me look at those and have a think of what I'm going to do. The lone eradicator is going to continue the mission and move stalwartly towards the objective. Librarian is going to move forwards to support his brethren. The Blade Guard are then going to shuffle across to leave some space for their lieutenant so they can do battle with the foul demon prince. The Psychic phase! The Librarian is going to try and smite. I think he can only smite the Hellbrute. I think he's technically closer still.
We'll measure it up if you cast it.
Well, we'll see, yeah.
I mean, you might cast it.
He might.
Prince Philip will attempt to deny you.
The insult as well to it, just like, no, not today. Right, the last power then for the Librarian, he'll try and cast Might of Heroes onto the Lieutenant. Because it's cool. That does go off on an 8.
I should have a Sorcerer in range over here to deny it.
Most likely at this stage.
The Terminator Sorcerer will attempt to deny it. No, he won't.
He does not.
Okay, so your Lieutenant is mighted.
He is mighty for some slaying. The Intercessors at the back are going to shoot their Autobolt rifles into those pesky flamer boys.
Okay.
I'm going to do both squads at once just because it's quick at the space. Why not? And they're going to just try and whittle.
Whittle me timbers. Alright.
It's an alarming amount of 2s, I see.
Yes.
Right. Go those misses. Actually, pretty poor. Alright, cool. 4s. No rerolls or anything to speak of. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9. Now, I don't want to alarm you, James, but I had 9 in my hands. Well, now I've got 8 because I can't hold on to candy. You do kill 2.5. Very well. Okay.
I'll take it. It's a long shot.
Quite literally.
Literally. But this Eradicator is going to try and shoot around the bow of the ship at the 2 remaining rubrics on the objective at the back.
Yes. Because that would deny me some primary points if you do that.
It would. Right. He gets obviously to do his double tap. He's 2 3s.
Oh. 2s to wound, James.
The dream.
The dream is alive. The dream is alive. The dream is alive. 5 up invulnerable saves. Oh, the dream is dead.
The dream is dead.
Do you at least kill one?
Yep.
You do.
Yeah, just.
Because if you hadn't have done...
I'm so sad. The beleaguered impulsor is now going to shoot everything he has at the Hellbrute. Because why not? 5s.
All right.
It's not half bad, actually. I am wounding you on 5s, though?
5s. One
Single
wound.
wound.
Nope, I'm good.
No. Right, he's going to try and shoot a crack missile.
Crack missile.
Yep.
It's a hit.
It's
It's
a
marked for
hit.
death.
Yep.
Oh!
It's a wound!
Marked for death. It is a save. I'm sorry.
The Blade Guard are going to try and cause some mischief on their way in. So the guy at the front is going to chuck a crack grenade at Prince Philip.
How dare you?
Just the
How dare you?
tenacity of him. No, he misses.
That's what you get for daring.
the heavy bolt pistol will go into the Hellbrute,
Okay.
because it has to. That does hit. Can it wound? It does. No, it doesn't. The Volkite pistol from the Lieutenant also has to go into the Hellbrute.
Yes, it does.
2 hits, 2 wound. 1
One
wound.
I'm fine.
Fine. Combat it will be then. The charge phase. The Blade Guard and the Lieutenant are going to charge into Philip and the Hellbrute. I can't really fail, but just see what I get. The Blade Guard.
Yes.
Nice. And the Lieutenant.
Yes.
Marvelous. Cool, let me move him in. It's combat time. I've used my last CP on Death to Traitors.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it on the Blade Guard.
Blade Guard.
Here we go.
It's all into Prince Philip.
Yeah, it's all going into Prince Phil.
Well, he does have Undying Form, so I will negate your +1 damage by -1.
Yeah,
But you're still
very well.
2.
3s. Rerolling.
Yes.
Good job too.
Yes. Yes, much better.
That's much better.
Okay.
Right, now I'll be wounding on 5.
It is 5s to wound, however.
That is, poultry 2 wounds.
Oh, reroll the ones there.
Oh, yes, of
Of course,
course.
2 ones. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Oh, actually, that kind of worked out.
Right, well, I've triple one'd that, so I have 2 wounds remaining. Very good. It's down to the Lieutenant. Do I interrupt? I will let him try.
Ooh! Oh, no, I dropped a dice in the excitement.
I'm going to give you the pressure now.
Right, the Lieutenant has 6 attacks because
Yeah.
he is mighty, might of a hero.
He's got the might of a hero.
He'll be hitting on 2s. Drops 1. Just first night jitters.
Forced to wound, no rerolls
Also
here.
because of might of heroes again.
One, I'm afraid. It's a 4 up invulnerable save, but if I fail it, I die. He's dead.
No way!
But because he has the Hourglass of Manat, he immediately stands back up at the end of the phase with 3 wounds remaining, an inch away. And that happens at the end of the phase, so you won't be able to consolidate into him, I'm
Yes,
afraid.
of course.
But that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool though.
Imagine these Blade Guard. They've run in. The Lieutenant's he's gone full like Leonidas style with his sword. Jumps out like plunges it into the chest. He goes. He burns into a thing like into the ground, and then they find themselves forced against their will to like what the. Sheathe their swords and taking steps backwards as time rewinds.
He just comes back.
But then at that point, the Space Marines, they just go, then I will have to kill you again.
I love it, just like, you know, just in the elbow, wipe this blood off, like, here we go again.
Okay, it's Hellbrute into the Lieutenant though. Okay, well, remember Prince Philip is dead at this point.
Yes, because
So I don't get the reroll once. I do, however, wound him 4 times. These are 3 damage a pop, but you do have a 4 up invulnerable save.
Come on, Lieutenant.
He is smushed, I'm afraid.
And I've got no CP. He is indeed smushed. He can't do any time shenanigans. You'll serve me well.
I mean, he did kill a Demon Prince.
He did kill a Demon Prince. Yeah. Yeah. That is the end of my turn. I obviously won't get Battlefield Supremacy. and I cannot get area denial, but I did get to kill a demon prince with a lieutenant.
For moral victory points.
For moral victory points.
Yes.
It doesn't actually help me in the game at all, but it was cool. I will probably, hopefully, get no retreat, no surrender, but that will be in your turn.
Yeah, end of my turn.
So I think that leaves me on, what, like,
I think you're on 50-ish. It will pop up on
50-ish?
screen.
Yeah.
I am, however, going to score grind them down this turn because I've killed 3 units to your 2.
Yeah, I was never really good catch up on that.
There was a tough one. So, going into my turn 4, I am going to get the max on the primary again, so I've now fulfilled the primary points. But let's see if I've got some decent cards to continue the lead and cinch victory.
Ooh.
Is the command phase, the card phase. The first one is hold the line. So effectively, as long as I kill the blade guard, there won't be any units within 6, so I'll get 5 victory points.
Yes.
Overwhelming firepower is still in play as well. The third one is a tempting target. Which of that one, or that one do you want me to go and hold, James?
I think the tempting target is always...
It's very tempting. We've been fighting over it.
Yeah, exactly right. It's got to be the tempting target.
So because of those draws, guys...
Yeah.
I mean, unless I have an absolute whiffer of a turn, which realistically, probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Prince Philip isn't in combat with the Blade Guard, the Lieutenant is dead, like we will remove him.
Yep.
And the Hellbrute isn't in combat with the Blade Guard either. I can walk off and I can bring characters around to do some smites. Prince Philip can go off and deal with some characters. Because I've maxed out the primary, that puts me on, what am I on? 70? Like 60, I think 65 already.
65, yeah.
If I don't get at least 10 points on this, something's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But regardless, James is only going to then at that point score maybe 10 points on the prize.
Really, like the White Scars valiantly held on.
Yeah.
But I think, I sort of was on the back foot, and you're probably going to remove my assets this turn anyway. With those cards,
the chances are extremely low of me doing anything. But what we can do, just to kind of convince it, basically.
Yep.
You've chosen that as the tempting target?
Yep.
Very good. I'm going to smite with Prince Philip. It goes off. You can attempt to deny me.
We'll give it a jolly good go.
You do deny me.
You deny it.
I'm going to twist to fate them to turn off their invuln.
Yes.
They have no invuln unless you deny me on a double 6.
Which, let's face it, isn't going to happen.
So they won't have an invuln now. So killing them is going to be quite easy to steal that point.
And you can shoot them.
And I've still got smites to do.
Yeah.
So, realistically, and they're the only ones within 6 of my deployment zone, I'm going to get 5 points and hold the line.
What have I got left to even fight back with?
If they survive, if that guy with 2 wounds survives 96 flamer shots...
It would be a miracle.
It would be. Because I won't smite him to ensure the overwhelming firepower.
Exactly right.
Yeah, look, you're so up against it. Even best case scenario going into your turn 5, because you had first turn, you're going to score 5 victory points for your no retreat. Yeah. 5 victory points for the primary. Even if you got 5 points that you could score on each secondary next turn, best case then would be 75 to 80, realistically.
And still, that's relying on a lot of incredible luck.
I would need to whiff with everything over here. They would need to roll like all ones for everything.
And I need to get some outrageously defensive cards. I need to get...
Let's have a look. Let's say you complete your retreat. Let's have a look at your cards.
Capture enemy outpost.
Good luck.
Yeah, right.
It's over here.
Secure no man's land, again, lose my assets, super difficult.
It's not gonna happen.
And then assassination.
You might kill Prince Philip.
If that had come up last turn, that would have been interesting. Yeah. But hey, look, I'm more than happy to concede because that was such a fun game.
It's still really pretty close.
It's still close. That's the thing. What I love about this is that it never even I had a shocker of first turn.
Yeah. But then you started to get claws back.
At no point was it, this is a done deal at like turn 2 and let's just see what happens. And it was like really it kept on going back and forth. Maybe this will happen. So awesome game, dude. That was super fun. Game. Epic with the whole Demon Prince thing.
I mean, you killed a Demon Prince, technically. I had to rewind, I had to change time. I had to go back in time to keep him alive.
I'm sure the dead lieutenant will enjoy his moral victory.
Yes.
But yeah, that was awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, very good fun.
Yeah.
I'm really loving Tempest. It's so much fun.
It's so fun.
It allows the games to to just play out in a bit more of a cinematic way as well, while still being really tactical, because you have to adapt on the fly.
It creates stories, I find, that you'll be like, oh, I got this card, I had to do this. It's so much fun.
Like we were saying off camera, you know, it's things like, you know, oh, the chaplain and the bikers, you know, going into the Demon Prince and, and the Terminators, when in a GT mission, they might have gone, oh, I'll just go over there and get engaged.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have taken some of the stuff. Like, let's face it, we all know Outriders are like,
probably wouldn't have taken Outriders.
But hey, they're fun in Maelstrom because you don't know what's going to come up and what they might be really useful for. So I think it's really fun for list building. It's really fun to actually play.
Yep.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah, the adaptive nature of it is so, I think,
so enjoyable.
Yeah, it's. I know Lawrence has said it. If you guys haven't read the article that Lawrence wrote in regards to how we're operating with our bat reps and our league reports, he makes a very good point in there, which is a topic for another time, but worth touching upon. It does feel like a bit more of a balanced, like competitively balanced way of playing. Not necessarily it's more competitive than GT, but it's a different style of competitive. And it certainly feels more balanced because it's not basically one in the list building stage.
Yes, I think there's a certain adaptability and sort of nuance to it that is really exciting from a competitive standpoint. But yeah, great fun.
Yeah, definitely great fun. That'll be a video for another time. I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to the Spider's thoughts on that. But until next time, I've had a lot of fun. You've had a lot of fun. I hope you have had a lot of fun. Servo Skull Spider, have you had a lot of fun?
I have.
Excellent, very good. We will see you next time. You keep being bosses. Catch you soon.
Bye-bye. You idiot.
Okay, very good.